it turns out the whole time I didn't have my microphone on. Because that's what I meant when I said I was rusty, but you couldn't hear me, which means that I can redo my introduction. Hey, this is the Proverbial Inn. I'm the Proverbial Innkeeper, and this is an out-of-character stream because we are doing art. I've been away for 2 weeks, and of course, obviously, my return stream is going to be, full of scuff, right? I know I'm going to have to shrink him again or something. Oh, I'm going to have to shrink his arms and longer legs. Yeah, but what I mean is that his legs are tiny. Yeah, okay. Give me a sec. I've become flustered, or maybe it's not. Maybe the word is not flustered. I've lost track of what I was doing. How's everyone doing? My friends are ruthless. No, they're not. My friends are cool. They're amazing. This is a very cool community, and I love you. I love you all. You're so cool. But I especially love you, Patati, because you're my wife. So, hey. Right, so he's probably going to be that tall as a result. The legs, mind you, sorry. The legs, mind you, I'm going to apply the all transforms, I think. The problem is, I'm worried about that actually. I'm worried about the possibility of shrinking the arms without, like, okay, first off, wait. I'm going to bring the feet down via this boop, boop, and boop, boop, boop. Why are the, oh, what's happening here? His hands are enormous. He's, yeah, I mean, the ladies love him, the gentlemen love him, everybody loves him. I think I'm going to have to bring him up again. I'm going to have, yeah, I know, I made this model long before I made the reference, and so as a result, it's all messy. It's a mess. So I'm just going to raise him all the way here. No. I understand. It's just that I can't. There's some things that now that if I corrected them now, it would actually take enormous amounts of work to properly correct them. And so, it's your choice. Either I spend 6 more months doing exclusively art streams, or I return to in-character streams soon. It's a trade. Essentially, I'm trying to get stuff done. Sorry, I don't mean to I don't mean to be like rejecting constructive criticism like some sort of asshole. I'm just pointing out that unfortunately Unfortunately, there's wait a minute. Wait, there's something's off here. Give me a moment. Where is the apply transforms? Wait, can I? Oh, I'm still in edit mode. I'm still in edit mode. Of course. Apply all transforms. Yeah, no, my point is that unfortunately there's only so much I can do if I don't want to like I'm my own modeler artist, blah blah blue blue. I can't actually. There's only so much I can do, and unfortunately, I've had in the past and even in the present actually had to tell the perfectionist part of my brain to shut up. I've had to shut it up because if I don't shut it up, I don't get to make things. I'm stuck in a permanent. It's going to sound good when I say it like that. But I'm stuck in a permanent state of improving, which is good. The problem is I'm prevented from getting back into a circle of creating, which is bad. I'm someone who likes to... I'm like a butterfly. Or perhaps I suffer from a bad case of pixie brain, where I have to flutter from one flower to another, finding one that's very cool. And if I stay on the same flower for too long, I die. What's it called? A hummingbird. I'm like a hummingbird. If I stop at the same spot for too long, I will die. I don't know. They have to keep drinking. They have to keep going from flower to flower, drinking all the nectar and such. If they stay on the same flower that's empty of nectar, they will run out of sugar, and because they flutter their wings so fast, they will probably just go like, oh shit, out of fuel. Bleh. Yeah, the life of a hummingbird is kind of... It's just... You know, it's like they're a frat bro. Drink. But except they're a bird. Also, hey, if someone wants to redeem Hydrate right now, it would be really cool, because I've actually improved the Hydrate, like the Hydrate redeem. It's really neat now. Like, really, really neat. Look at that, wait. Look at that. You got me a drink. Yep. Nice. It worked. It worked live. Could have gone worse. Imagine if it hadn't. I'm like, oh, I got a new redeem. It's really neat, and then it scuffs. Thank you, friendship at that. Thank you. But you know what? I think I'm going to keep Donar having funny proportions, because he's like a TF2 character or something. Like he has funny proportions. Okay. Just need to check that some stuff is still fine. Yeah, if he opens his jaw, it's still good. So good, perfect, fine. That means that, oh yeah, I had done his pose in the stocks, but that means that I'm going to have to redo all the offsets. It's alright. Fine. Low poly main, I'm going to have to make a... I'm going to edit this. And I'm going to have to take those. Going to move that down probably a little. No. I mean, maybe. Yeah. And then... oh shit, no, that's not that. That's not that. I need to make sure that I edit the base... the base, what's it called? Shape key. And now... yeah. Okay, I'm going to duplicate. Is it Shift D? It's Shift D. And there, I'm going to call that one low poly legs. And low poly legs is going to have no it's going to have no shape keys, because who cares at all? It doesn't have any shape keys. And it's going to have... right now I'm going to Control P, no, Control P, I'm going to get it out of the armature, and I'm going to remove the multi-resolution modifier. What I'm going to add though is I'm going to get back into the mirror and the subdivision surface so that I make things smooth and nice. Conversely, what I'm going to do is remove a lot of those edges so that we go back from an unsubdivided I think. No, dissolve edges. So that we go back from an unsubdivided state. Maybe I'm speaking like Greek to you. That's okay. Just enjoy the vibes. There. Essentially, what I'm saying is that the other part of the model was modeled with a mirror and a subdivision modifier, which added extra faces and made them all smooth, so that I didn't have to, manipulate too many faces. The problem is, I am currently... oh, what's happening over there? Wait. Something's off here. Oh. Delete those edges. And... Well, it's kind of a mess. That's okay. Basically, yeah, I'm going back to a simpler mesh. Then wondering why this loop feels oddly out of place, like it's strangely not smooth with the rest, and I wonder why. Maybe I'm not going to mess with it. Right. So we have the low poly legs. What I want to have first is I want the normals on the other side, which means that I basically want the faces to be flipped. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to extrude. So extrude is I'm just going to create more faces from that from those edges. And my goal is to get them to go all the way here. This looks like crap. So we're going to first we're going to adjust this sort of follow. I don't know what, you know what? Time to learn a little about and hello Saya. Time to learn a little about armor. What is that called? That sort of skirty thing. It is the fold. It protects the hips and the waist. You know, every so often I look at those character designs and I think, ugh, and I think characters in full armor, never again. But then I look at characters who don't wear armor and I'm like, characters who wear very little, never again, because of all the anatomy that it involves. But then that would mean, you know, that I would never model a character ever again, and nah, it's fun. It's a lot of work, but it's fun. So, here, thing with the fold is that it's going to give him room for his butt. Yeah, I'm doing this like instinctively. It doesn't look half bad, but it could use a little bit of smoothness to it. So we're going to smooth it out. Why is that? Why? What's this doing here? Wait, what is this doing here? Ah, okay. Yeah, how are you doing, Seiya? I don't understand why when I move this thing, it moves the other one too. What? I don't get it. What's going on here? What does this vertex have that's so special that the other one that's very far away moves it as well? That's a weird thing. Very weird thing. And I don't quite understand why it does that. So, to avoid bothering with something that I don't properly understand, I'm going to delete that vertex. That's what you get for playing smartass with me, Vertex. Alright. Here we're going to... Oh. Give me a moment. That's something strange. Ah, well. I'm just, it will just work. It will just work. I am just going to trust. I'm going to trust in my own skills. This is going to work. I don't care if it's being a little weird, a little quick. No, it's this one. It's this one in particular. It's this one in particular that's just being a dick. And yeah. You decide to be a dick, you disappear too. Right, I don't understand. Oh. Wait a minute. Wait. Is it because... No, it's not because of that. I'm just going to mess with those things. No? I don't actually understand. What if I apply all the transforms here? Yeah. There's gotta be something that I'm missing. If I move this, moves the other in the other direction. And it doesn't make sense because I'm only... Wait. Oh, great. This is one of those cases where there's only one symmetry enabled and it's... Oh. What if I... Okay, that's dumb. Yep, it was X. It was the symmetry. Symmetry was enabled. Symmetry was enabled and... Yeah, oh my god! Oh my god! Thank you. Thank you. That was so dumb. But now it's done. Hey. You know, that's probably the equivalent of... oh yeah, it turns out you've been drawing on the wrong layer the whole time. You know? Yeah. No, I think I said thank you, right? I thought I said thank you. No, I think I did, but I think I did, but if I didn't, thank you again. But actually, okay, if I didn't, then thank you. If I did, then thank you again. I thought I had it. I might have forgotten because out of... Nah, we're both focusing on things like at the moment. So I wouldn't be too surprised if things just completely disappear from our consciousness or awareness. If we become completely unaware of some things. And I would like actually, yeah. I have a feeling that... Okay, I have a feeling that this could be improved by protruding a bit more like this. Okay, then... The thing is, he's going to have some sort of trousers underneath, and then there's those knee things that I'm going to oh man. Oh, is it? Yeah. There are facets, and that armor really doesn't look like a proper armor, but maybe at some point I'm going to improve his armor. It's fine at the moment. What I'm looking for, the word I was looking for is Polane. Polane is that thing that protects your knees when you're wearing plate armor. Also, I think that my lip sync isn't on. It's not on. How dare? There, now it's on. It should be on. Damn. it's first stream since forever. And by forever, I actually mean 2 weeks. Then there's some sort of metal thing in front of his crotch. That's not truly a cod piece, but it's just a bit of metal to, you know. It's not historically accurate. It's not a historically accurate armor. And I think that no historian is going to come to my stream and be like, hey, your armor is incredibly inaccurate. This is the mark of a terrible stream, and I think that you will never hear of me again. And I'd be like, okay. Because who comes to who would come to like a fantasy streamer and be like, hey, you with the inaccurate armor, how dare you? Normally there's a bit of chainmail underneath. The thing is, I don't really want to draw to add the chainmail, but I could. It's not really something that's going to be super visible anyway. So, what I'll do instead is I'll make the sort of metal plate thing that appears to be kind of, I don't know, it's kind of octagonal at the end. It looks like an octagon. I'm thinking of... wait. I put that down here, have that here. And have the... oh, wait. And have the other ones here. And then sort of adding an extra extrusion. There you go. Except, of course, it's not hexagonal. No, it's not octagonal. Like I wanted a bit more. Crap. I just wanted it a little more angular. But you know, I think that's something that I will do once it's all. Once everything is like once I've actually used the solidify modifier. Then trousers. That is going to be a bit complicated, and I think maybe I'm going to go through. Maybe I'm going to go at it through sculpting, because his sabatons too, which I generally represent in a way that's not realistic at all. I tend to draw them as full metal shoes when they're not. Sabatons typically are typically on the top of the shoe, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to look up sabaton shoes. Yeah, it's on top of the shoes. It's on top of your boots. You just put those big old metal, like segmented metal things that make your shoes kind of look like a pill bug. But I think they're cool. Yeah, even if those proportions are a bit funny, they're going to make him look kind of like one of those top-heavy characters. Like he's meant to be carrying a heavy weapon. This model has the physique of a tank type character. Here I am thinking I could partly reuse the counters, but I'm not going to. Right. I'm probably going to hide the skirty part of the legs. And I'm going to add let's say a sphere. Let's say I'm going to add a sphere. I'm going to shrink that sphere. I'm going to put it there. And you're going to think, Prov, what the hell are you doing? I am doing... wait. I'm doing things that will make no sense at the moment, but soon they will. And also, here's yet another one here's yet another one for the butt. Yes. And one for the hips. Okay. And now we go into scouting. I'm going to hide the reference because it won't be of much use. I only actually brought the reference up so that I would be able to consult it to know, like stylistically, what those clothes look like. Oh, that's a problem. Wait. Objects, apply all transforms. And now if I sculpt this one, do I get to symmetrize? Yeah, it will symmetrize properly. Okay. Blended. Now I'm going to have to switch to my tablets. And to hide the other spheres. This is a sphere that's just going to be the pelvis. So it's just, you know, I'm just making a vague shape of a vague pelvis shape. That's not what I intended to do. But yeah, he's going to, like, there's about the groin here. That is not going to bulge as much as that because, again, it's always trained in an armor, please. And then from there, we can start adding. This is going to be a vague butt shape. Oh. Oh my god. It's a bit too, what do you call it? The pen is very enthusiastic about butts. I understand, like, butts are something to be enthusiastic about. But I'm not trying to give him, like, to make him super kicked up. Okay. Then comes it is this one. This one is going to be, wait, this one is going to be the top part of the leg. So I'm going to want all that in this direction. About like this. But I am trying to have, wait, that's flattened, that's not smooth. I want smooth. Alright, see? It's starting to look a bit more like legs. Now, come to think of it, I seem to have made the crotch and butt a bit high. So I'm going to have... Okay, I'm going to have to move those down. Alright, is that low enough, or... Yeah. That should be fine. And that means, okay. This is going to be pulled down a bit. And this, and those can go down all the way like this. And then we sort of want the thigh to connect with the butt properly. Now, I'm not an expert in anatomy, by any measure of the word. But that's kind of something that you want. It's going to sort of, was going to sort of want, yeah, like going to connect with the butt here. And mind you, this is actually going to be completely irrelevant in the end because I'm going to put trousers on it. I just need to have the shape, the basic shape. Then comes this one. That's going to be the calf. Here you go. But you notice it's a bit wrong. It's a bit flat in the front. We're going to fix that. Also, I noticed that there's a few, there's an ad break coming. So I'm going to switch you back to the ad break. I'm going to have a glass of water, have a little stretch, and I'll be back in 3 minutes. Boop. welcome back. Looks like there's I'm not too sure about how good I can make the blocks, like the blocking out of the scouting. But part of me actually doesn't want to spend too much time on this, because I don't know, imagine if I spent this entire stream doing that, like blocking out a model. You'd probably find that boring. That's a mess right now. Let's turn that more into the shape of an actual foot instead of whatever this sort of squashed date is. Never been really good at sculpting shoes and such, or at even drawing shoes. So please bear with me for a moment. It's starting to look more, less... I was going to say a bit less misshapen. Unfortunately, I had only briefly looked. Not looking right. Hello, Ednem. How's it going? It's... Oh, thank you. Oh, yes. Yeah. It's going pretty okay. It's going pretty okay, except I am tackling my worst enemy. Shoes. Yeah, oh no. I mean, I'm trying to even sculpt a vague foot shape, and I'm currently blocking out the... Yeah, but feet and shoes... They have the same shape. Hardly ever look at them, they're too low. They say gamers don't look up. But also some gamers don't look down. Some gamers look right in front of them, and anything that's below their eye level or above their eye level, nope, ignored. So right now what I have is some sort of terrible looking, I don't know, thing. But the thing is, I mean, I'm only blocking them. I'm only blocking them out, as in, I'm only sort of making a vague, I'm only making a vague shape of foot. And I'm going to put a shoe on top of that. And a Sabaton on top of that. So, you know. Hey, it's looking okay from the side. Now, from the front, it's almost looking fine actually. I think that I'm not actually that bad once I stop complaining and once I start actually working on the thing that I'm complaining about. Who would have thought? That's life advice. Anyway, yeah, how are you doing? Because I forgot to ask. Oh. Well, I'll get to... I'll talk to you later about it, but in the meantime, I hope that... I hope that you get a bit of time to... to chill and think about it a bit less. Maybe by sitting around for a sec, relaxing with a fluffy friend, and Any chance that you could get yourself a warm drink? This in late September. I don't know, but where I am, it's not exactly hot right now. What the fuck? Like, are they the kind of customers? So they are the kind of customers who put the AC at who put the AC at 15 and then they put on a sweater indoors or something. Like, jeez. Yeah, open the window. It's not that difficult. Oh, yeah. Possible. It's entirely possible. It's possible that they didn't quite internalize that yet. It's winter here, or like that it's autumn here, and that, yeah, you shut down the airco because it's autumn. Yeah, it's really like at the risk of sounding mean. That sounds like a skill issue on their part. And bye bye spammer. I really like, you know what, I think I'm going to add a little good bot here. Because apparently it actually helps. Like, it actually helps telling Sari that that something was done right. I'm going to quickly check what kind of message was put up. Yep, definitely. That's definitely a bot. Just reporting while I'm at it. Don't mind me. All right. Now back to our program. Yeah. I'm going to assume that the boss didn't really help. But yeah, at least you're here now. So try to chill. Boop 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 boop. And now that I've got all that, I can join them, and I can not do that. For example, yeah, this control R. I misread that as gonna stuff my face with the hot Nutella, and I thought, no, don't do that. Don't do that, you fool. You know what? I'll keep it this way. I don't actually need this. This is high poly legs. And from there, I'll be able to scout stuff. Or to not scout, obviously. I'm not going to scout, I'm going to retopo. So up. There's no solidify, and I'm going to start with wait. Retopo flow. I'm going to edit the active one. Hopefully this does what I think it does. And I'm going to try to do a contour. Yep, it's working. Though perhaps I'm going to do a simple contour that perhaps has 10 vertices. Same here. Except I just use 9. It actually makes it so much easier. It's all thanks to my wife. She's the one who pointed Retopo flow to me. It was flying under my radar, so to speak. I'm going to exit Retopo flow. Now just move those vertices around so that they look a little more harmonious. But really, this has been helping immensely. There's a lot of tedious stuff that I can now do fairly easily, fairly painlessly. Alright. Now, yeah, I would like... okay. This is where it's going to start getting tricky. We're just going to... go around the shoe. Keeping in mind that this is the part of the shoe that will hardly be visible. At most it will be visible if I do a big, like, running animation or something. You know what would be funny? Some sort of... For those who have played Overwatch, those play of the game animations were cool. I really liked them. That thing where you would just see a character doing something awesome, and then there would be there would be some sort of a highlight, a gameplay highlight. I think those would be like a little animation showing the character looking cool, but in character. Would be nice for an intro to the stream. Of course, it's not an innkeeper's place to look super cool. So I actually mean the in-character characters. Like my out of character persona is not meant to be some sort of badass adventurer. It's just a dude who's there to talk. He just yaps. Look at that. Look at how easy it is now. Stop. I think that I could probably put another loop here, another loop there. Okay. Oh, and there I'm expecting three edges on one side, so I just arrange the three on the other. And now I can fill all of that with faces. Oh yes. Boop. And now for the soul. Shouldn't be too difficult. It becomes tough here actually. It becomes tough here because I'm like, ooh, yep. Yeah. Huh. I mean, I could just, I could just add yet another loop. So I think I can click on, no, that's not that. Is it that? Yep. And then I can just tweak it, no. Can I just slide this? Yes! Oh my god! It works! Amazing. And then I'm also going to move this one a little, just so that it's a bit, again, more harmonious. I just don't want it to look too weird. And there you go. Shoo. Don't take that as a sign of to go away. I'm just saying that I've made a shoe. Now what I can do is... I mean, I could just... I have the low poly legs, no solidify, so I'm just going to remove those things. Because I've already got them here. See? Well, you can't see because... yeah. Beep boop, beep boop. Now I'm focusing on the legs instead. And you're going to tell me, hey, the legs aren't really... they don't really have the right shape and all. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. This is only a... this is only an indicative, like it's only a guide to the legs. It's only a guide so that they have legs that sort of look like legs instead of funny sausages. Because that's what will happen if I do legs by instinct. As a rule, don't do things by instinct. Look for references. I'm telling you that as someone who makes that mistake so many times. Don't just trust your artist instinct. Or do. I'm not your mom. You know, this is something that needs to be done by this is something that needs to be done in this mode. And in fact, I don't need those faces. They will return later. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Bridge edge loops. Yeah. And what do you know? I actually managed to make it exactly 10 edges. And that is pure luck. It's absolutely not amazing skill. That was luck. it's true. It's since been proven that funds can give me psychic damage. So instead of this psychic damage, I'm just given a big head. That's okay. That's... Yeah. Wait a minute, did you... Oh, that was a stealth. That was a stealth. Wait, what? Huh? I was going to say it was a stealth compliment. Hey, guess what? Guess what? There were actually 11 vertices, because since then I've added one extra loop when making the shoes. So actually, that wasn't luck. That wasn't anything. But also thank you for the compliment. I'm in my take compliments era. Alright? This is my take compliments arc. It's character growth. Important. I think that everybody should have that character arc. Like, I'm not going to bother with like, no, it's not true. My brain's actually very small. No. No, I'll take the compliments. Sorry. I've just... I've been... Because I've been rewatching the first episode of Monkey Wrench recently. I just started thinking, no! No! But yes. Delicious compliments. They are good for your self-esteem. You should actually eat at least 5 compliments a day. up. There we go, this is starting to look kind of like what I wanted to do. Mostly like what I wanted to do. And I think as long as something looks more than 50% like what you wanted to do, keep going. You can always raise that percentage later. That is, if you're doing something amateur. If it's professional, then you should probably be more careful. For something you do for fun, don't torture yourself with dreams of perfection. Just go with the flow. Honestly, I kind of hunger for in-character streams again. But I wanted to do those improvements before I would do that. Okay. I would like to check what it looks like. Okay, it doesn't look half bad. It does look though like I seem to have missed something around here. Missed a couple of pulleys. But I think that there's something. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, crap. Did I? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ah, crap. Okay. Okay. This is bad. This is bad. I may or may not have... Okay, I may or may not have messed something up. Today at... Oh. What? Aww. Right. I had messed something up. I messed something up by reloading something accidentally. That's okay. I'll redo that. In fact, I could redo that while I send you to some ads again, but no, I won't. Damn it, that's not what I wanted to do. See, it has an autosave, like reload autosave. That's not what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do was start with overflow. And I sort of messed up there. That's okay. I redo it. Like, I'm not saying that I'm particularly elated to do it, but all in all, minor mistake. I think that the major mistake would have been like having to redo the whole thing from the beginning. And then there would be the rage quit mistake, which would have been to somehow manage to delete my entire model. Or to lose the work of the evening. That to me is rage quit level. No, thank you. I'm sure he has good enough bonuses in his saving throws. I hope he has good enough bonuses on his saving throws. Nothing has cast disintegrate on him so far, which it is Dex though. Yeah, it's not his strongest suit. His strongest suit is a suit of armor. Wow. Prepare to be counterspelled. You know, in fact, with Omoros around, there's a possibility of being sassy sandbagged, so, you know. Just saying. That would suck though. Like, I'm talking like if in the last leg of the adventure the Nard just fucking turn into a little pile of ash. Note to self, maximum maximum level smite on any spellcaster. Like, note to self, kindly ask Volan to destroy the face of any creature seemingly capable of casting Disintegrate. Or rather destroy their hands. But kindly, you know. On the other hand, I'm just wondering something. I'm just wondering. Oh, never mind. Oh, ow, oof. I was going to say, oh, never mind. True Resurrection. But True Resurrection requires 25,000 of gold's worth of diamond dust. So, ow. Yeah, yes, but it's money that's supposed to be used for other good things. Like, wouldn't it kind of suck if we went on that little adventure and we ended up having to use all that money because we had to unpile of ashes our party members? I think that would suck. Yes, yeah, I'm aware. I'm just saying that I don't know. But like, what I mean is that. Oh wow, yeah, we just came back from an adventure. Oh, what did you get? Plenty of gold. Oh, and what did you use it for? We used it to resurrect one of our guys. Like all of it. We used all of it to resurrect one of our guys who fell during that same adventure. I have no idea how much gold there will be, but I need to save this. It's saved. I'm going to then double check. Shade smooth. It sure is a pair of legs. But we run into the same problem that we did last time. The problem that there are bits missing. The resource flow, edit active. Ah, crap. Crappity crap. There seems to be a slight problem with regards to the shape of like to the topology. So I wonder how I'm going to handle that. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to focus really hard during the ad break, and by focus really hard during the ad break, I mean I'm going to go look for a solution as to how one goes from 3 edges to 2. And I'll see you back in just 3 minutes. There you go. Welcome back. It turns out that the easiest solution to any of this... wait a sec. Was to just add... I just added what do you call it? An edge loop. Yes, that adds to the poly count, but better add to the poly count than have awful topology, honestly. It's smooth. So yeah, I now have legs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save those legs somewhere. That way, maybe one day I'm going to need the legs on someone else. And I can always edit them later and make them look cool. But as of now, we are going to need to... we're going to need to do a couple of tweaks on those legs. For a start, I think I'm going to have to look up the name of those things, because again, I like to be thorough and exact in those are greaves. Yeah, greaves. I'm going to start by extruding the greaves. And in fact, yeah, I'm just going to extrude. I could extrude the greaves, or I could... I'll duplicate them at first. I'll duplicate them because I'm not too sure what I want to do with them. Then I'll extrude them along their normals. That's going to look a bit like a bit of a mess, right? And I think what I'm going to do at first is I'm going to separate this. I'm going to work specifically on this. Just that part. In fact, I'm also realizing that instead of extruding this, why don't I just use... wait. Let's dial this back. Right? We separate this now. And instead of doing anything else with it, I'm just going to add a solidify modifier. And so we're going to have something sort of solid around the legs. But what we really want... I would actually like to perhaps make this semi-transparent. Would that work? Yes. Yes, that works. No, that doesn't work. There's something they've done and I don't really know what. Display is solid. No, it actually doesn't change anything. But that would probably be because I need to... Oh, I see. Does it show everything as X-rayed? Yeah, it shows everything as X-rayed. That's also not what I want. I just want to be able to see... Huh. I don't understand. My wife has brought me a snack. You know what the Paladin of Vengeance does when the entire family gets killed? I am going to assume that their oath gets reinforced, because that's the entire thing of the Paladin of Vengeance. Oh, well. Then that leaves and get to work. And also, the Blender has crashed. I don't know why it crashed, but it decided to crash right now. Which is, you know, really cool of it. Oh! Hello, wait, oh no, I'm in the middle of eating a biscuit. Hello, welcome, Hex. Welcome. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, I was a bit, I felt a bit snacky, and my wife brought me some snacks. I was just recovering from a crash. Yeah, so it looks like the streaming like peckishness is spreading. But yeah, no, that's also not that one. That's also not that one. What the hell? What the hell? I was just trying to get legs. My god. Please tell me that doesn't... Wait. Did I not autosave before then? Please. Oh, there. Okay. Alright. I'm going to save here. Okay. Anyway, now that I've recovered from that, sorry, that was time sensitive. Hello and welcome. Welcome Hex's community. Welcome Hex. By the way, shout out to Hex. Boop, 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 boop. Yes, hello, welcome. This is the Proverbial Inn, and I'm the Proverbial Innkeeper, which is just the character that I use when I'm streaming out of character. For example, when I'm streaming art. And I'm streaming art because I'm giving this big armored fella, some armor. Some legs, rather. He already had armor. I just wanted to give him legs because he didn't. And In fact, I don't. As you know, that's another little secret. I don't look. Yep, I don't yet. It would be really cool if I did, but I don't. Simply because I'm someone who likes to get a lot of stuff done, and a lot of, if necessary, to get it done really fast so that I can finally play with my new toys. So here we are, making legs for everyone. So yeah, welcome Hex, welcome Yo. How was the stream, the Dragon Age stream? You can leave the inn without paying your tab, and I won't be able to come to run after you. Oh no, you don't understand. You don't understand, Ednem. I will float menacingly towards you, like, you know, I will just float. Like, this is like you know that meme with the guy mid jump, who looks like he's floating, and the other dude running from him. Yeah, that's what's going to happen if you don't pay your tab. So pay your tab. It's important. Yeah, you don't want the situation to happen. You don't want you. Also, you're too clever to decide to not pay a fee, right? Like, do you know what kind of things happen when you decide to not pay your fee innkeeper? Can I make a scary face for you? I'm not sure if like. I don't know. I don't know if this model can actually make scary faces. It can make scary noises though, because they come from my mouth. Your Grey Warden wouldn't be hurt. Wow! Wow! Well, your Grey Warden could be in a heap of trouble. I mean, you antagonizing a bunch of adventures like that? Ooh. Oh, she's brave, I'd give her that. That's very brave. She antagonized the world at large. Why and how? Because I'm feeling a certain amount of morbid curiosity. You could say that it's morbid time. Oh, I haven't played Dragon Age Origins still. I should. I really should. I really should. Also, I'm trying to figure out how greaves work. And I think that the way they work is, like, they have some sort of little strap underneath. But I, you know, the more I'm hearing about it, the more I'm thinking, I should really try it, or at least it's something silly. In my DMs, I will. Yes, but now you should put your avatar's face on it, like your little guy. like, I haven't tried. Haven't tried it. I haven't tried Fable either, and I have a feeling that I should really try Fable. But there's a newer Fable that's going to come out, so I'm like, am I going to need to have played the previous ones, or is it going to be like a Baldur's Gate 3 deal where you don't have to? Oh, I should eat those biscuits before. I hope. Okay, I hope you don't mind my crunching on biscuits. But you know what? Maybe I'm going to mute for a bit. And I'll unmute while once I'm done eating. Okay? But I'll stay here. I stay here. I hope that you enjoy the lack of munching. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. And yeah, we still need to... We have the basic shape of the legs, right? But we want to... We want the legs to be a bit more trousers-like. So, what we'll do is we're going to add an extra little loop here. And we're going to extrude those faces around the normals. Yeah, look at that. It's already kind of looking more... That's funny, what's going on here? Oh, yeah, I see. I think that what we're first going to need to add the what are they called again? The pollains. Which is just a fancy word for that stuff that knights have on their knees. Oh, wait. I think what we're going to do is we're going to use Retopo Flow again. I'm not going to bother sculpting knees or something, like changing the topology of the legs, because it doesn't really matter. We're not going to see the knees, because the pollains are on top of it. So, whoop. Here we go. We're not going to make them too complicated. There. And now, if I use the reference that I had for Donar's armor, we're just going to tweak... Sorry, I got a bit of biscuit in my throat. We're just going to have this a bit wider here. We can put a loop right in the middle. And that's going to sort of look like what we want. Keep in mind the reference is not aligned with the image. Like with the model, or the model is not aligned with the reference, because I'm merely trying to make the model look a little more like the reference without too much hope of actually making it fully look like the reference. It would have been different if I had made the model from the ground up, but this is just me tweaking a model that has already been a thing for a while. And as I said, not really wanting to redo the model entirely from scratch, because it's not really super fun. And if I were to remake a model, I don't know, I'd much rather it be a completely brand new model. Like say, yet another character, because new characters are fun. Remaking the same model over and over because I've decided to add things, not as fun. I'm going to change the crease of this one just so that it's so that when I move those vertices, yeah, the break with the loop below is a bit sharper near the plane. Kind of thinking that, yeah, I would like this to be a bit thicker, this as well, this as well. You know, just so that the trousers look a bit more, I don't know, like the leg inside looks a little thicker. Because again, Donard's kind of a big guy. There. Let's see if we move this one here and make it a bit thicker. Like it's going to look kind of a bit like it bunches up around the pollen, which is what I want to is what I want to convey. Now, of course, it could also bunch up around the greaves, which makes me think maybe the greaves should be a bit higher. Maybe. I'm going to make the greaves at least thicker. but I'm thinking taller too, like. I'm thinking taller. Like this. Yeah, this looks better, I think. Especially if we start adding the low poly lights on top. You see? I think that's nicer. And then we're going to just add the sabatons on top of the shoes. Sabaton kind of sounds like Sabaton, and it's like one day when I have like more of a following, I should make a Sabaton that I just call a Sabaton. Yeah, and then what I need is I take one of those. What is this? What? Wait, what's this little thing? Oh, okay. Oh, that's because, yeah, okay, it doesn't show sorry. My mind is a bit messed up right now. I was saying that it didn't actually show the vertices, and so that sort of threw me for a loop. An edge loop. A 3D modeler joke. So I need once again, I need a good picture of sabatons. Part of me is contemplating giving him, like, sort of... No, I don't think... Okay. Part of me contemplated adding Poulen to the sabaton, which, if you don't know, are those really long, pointy bits on some of those medieval and Renaissance shoes. But I think that as cool as it would look like, I think Donar would probably decide that no, regular points maybe. Regular points. So I'm just looking for a good image of a sabaton. Oh, that sounds like a bit of a chore to model, but I will model it anyway. And I think they don't go under the shoe. They don't go under the shoe, so I don't actually have to bother about all the stuff that would go on under the shoe. Awesome. Maybe it's actually time to ask to use Retop of Flow again. And I'm just going to add, is it that I want? Yeah, it's that. But yep, it's just that I'm going to need to tweak that bit. Like that, and that. And that. Same for this side. And the shoe, okay, I see. So, the bottom of the Sabaton, actually stops at the shoe. But the top sort of continues a bit. That's funny. Once again, we tweak this just so that it follows the bottom of the shoe. I noticed that there's a bit of a mess over there. There you go. And from there, we're going to mess with the shape we're going to extrude the shape that's going to come right out of the tip of the Sabaton. We're just going to extrude that like this. We're not going to bother too much about whether it looks right or not, because we're going to refine it afterwards. Like, the first thing we need to do is... oh no. Is go in the direction of the foot. And sort of... is there... I would like to see it from my view. Yeah. Like this. We're just going to make it taper. And eventually the goal is to be super, not like that, no, super tiny, like something like this. But I'm going to look, it sort of goes up and then sort of points back down. And once we're there, you know, we just close. We just close the tip like this. It's going to look just fine once it's properly subdivided. I'd like to know though why is it colored like that? It's a mystery. Oh, that's probably because some of it is inside the shoe. Okay, some of it is inside the shoe. For some reason. But okay. I mean, yeah. And on the back of the sabaton, there's a sort of strap closing it on the outside of the shoe. I see. Right. So from there, actually, you know, I think I'm going to just keep using. I'm going to keep using Great Overflow. There's no reason not to. Going to do with poly strips, and I'm just going to make a strip that's about that big. And it goes until just about when you hear there's no reason to, there's no reason not to. Yeah, but you know, that's a problem. That's a problem for future Pro if there was a reason not to. Currently, I'm content not to bother with the reason that I could have not to do the thing. But honestly, part of art is fucking up sometimes. I think that I don't know. I think that my stream has more of its share of moments when, like that voice sample, it was at this moment that he knew he fucked up, could play. But it's important to fuck up sometimes. It's frustrating, but it's important. Because it just provides all sorts of very educational moments. Improvement. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Fucking up is how we learn. I can't learn not to do something if I don't, if I don't fuck up before. Like, of course, I could have been wiser and not fuck up in the first place. But nobody's born wise. Allow yourself sometimes. Allow yourself to be a fool. Or at least allow yourself to have been a fool. You need someone else to fuck up and tell you, yeah, it's true. It's true. Very true. And another possibility of being wise is that's not wisdom, that's just kindness. To go and help others by allowing them to learn from your mistakes. Alright. And I think, I believe that it's possible that I may make this into a movement when you scout normals thing. Like, oh, did I? Ah, wait. I might have made a tiny mistake here. And now I can just hit the solidify again. That kind of looks a bit too solid, if you ask me. It's a tidbit too solid for this regarding the Sabaton. But I think that we're on the right track. I think we're very much on the right track. It would be nice if I shortened Donar's arms later. I don't know. I should. I probably should. But it would take it would take more work than I expect, probably. Most probably. I would have to see. Because right now his arms are too long, his hands are too big. Maybe I could... Huh. I don't know. I would have to be clever about it. There's probably... Yes, like that. There's probably something to be done about it. But you know, that's probably something that has to be done outside of the stream, because I don't think it's going to be very interesting to look at. Ah, thank you. Actually, yeah. Wait a minute. Wait. Is it still going to work? Yeah, it still works. It still works. It's a little less hydration than usual. But it still works. But yeah, thank you very much. Ah, we're going to have a new ad break very soon. Like, very, very soon. And... Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I hope that you rest well. I hope that you rest well. I'll try to send you a message to take into account the things you've sent me, because I've been occupied by this by what I was doing. But I'm going to send you to an ad, and yeah, and then thank you for being here. I'll be back in 3 minutes. welcome back. Alright, so where were we? Yeah, I was contemplating the arms. I was contemplating the arms. If there's any way, anywhere at all, that I could perhaps mess with the arms. In fact, wait a minute. Why aren't the arms? Okay, there's a bit of weirdness here. Wait, in fact, give me a sec. I think that that's probably some sort of that's a bit of a technical difficulty, if I may say so myself. No, it's not. Still, give me a sec. Give me just a sec. Alright, I'm back. So, I was thinking there's a possibility that in Unity itself, I can reduce the size of, say, the arm bone, and then it will shrink everything else. I'm wondering if there's a chance that I could. No, if I shrink things, it will just shrink the bones. I would much rather. I'm contemplating. Also, what's up with that? Like, there seems to be a second set of bones. What's going on here? Wait. Why is there two clavi? Why is there two? different clavicles. Okay, I am going to remove those because I strongly suspect that I had created those as a sort of as something that would allow me to pose the character's hands. But since then, Vinyan has added improvements. So I don't actually need those anymore. That was not the right thing. Can I... Please. Just trying to... I'm just trying to delete this bone. Is it possible to delete this bone? Like... Can I move them and then just... It says delete selected bone, and I don't want to just delete this selected bone. I also want... I'm not sure. Wait. Okay. Delete bones. Now, should only be one set of arms and not two sets of arms that are, I don't know, quantum entangled with each other. What the hell? Yeah, the arm is definitely a bit too long. I'm wondering if... Oh, wait a minute. Apply pose as rest pose. Is that a possibility? Because if so, I could have that. Like this. Pose, apply pose as rest pose. I think that it got back to normal. That's not it. I'm just going to try something stupid, like T-Rex Donar, for example. No, it doesn't work. That's not how it works. Okay, I'm just going to look it up because, you know. would... I'm going to try. I'm going to try again. I feel that there's something I'm missing. No. In the relations section, let's inherit scale. What the hell? I don't know. I don't know, and perhaps I'm just going to have to do it manually. That's going to be annoying. But maybe that's one of those things that I have to go through. Maybe it's one of those things that a certain subcategory of people says builds character. I like character building, but not like that. Yeah, the point is just that his hands reach a little too far. That's not really the worst. What's really weird though is I think his legs should be thicker. His feet should be larger. Maybe that's something that I should look into like later. Honestly, I've been doing a lot of good work, I think. There's a chance that I'm getting somewhere. Let's say. It's just that I'm getting a bit tired. It's almost midnight, and I think that as weird as it is, being in character and playing a game seems less taxing on me than doing art. Besides, I've been having to deal with a bit of scuff, so yeah. Let's see, is there anyone? Oh, hey. Looks like Curio is doing some art again. I should take that chance to raid her, since I haven't really been able to raid anyone for 2 weeks because I wasn't streaming. So yeah, I think we're going to go raid her. So yeah, Hex, once again, thank you for being here. Thank you for bringing your community here. Everybody, I am very grateful for your presence. It's always super cool to like to have people just hang out, like have people hang out with me while I do art. I just really enjoy it. And yeah, I will be back on Thursday doing something, probably art, probably it might actually even still be 3D. Who knows? Who knows? I think I've become that meme. Like today I bring you X, tomorrow who knows? But yeah, regardless of what happens on Thursday, thank you very much. I'm very glad that there were people here when I came back. It's always a little daunting to return to streaming after even a little bit of wait, like even after a little bit of a break. So yeah, I'll see you on Thursday. In the meantime, stay around. We're raiding. And yeah, after we raid, just say hello, hang out a bit if you want. But I'll see you on Thursday. Bye bye.